Now when you get to that midpoint, I'm going to show you a fantastic technique that we do on every single client here once you hit that point, which is going to be called the tape back technique. So I had already got 2 pieces of tape pre-cut out, and what you want to do with this tape is you do want to de-tack it quite a bit, probably about 3 to 5 times, so that it's almost non-adhesive on the back side. And if you look very, very closely, guys, the key here is to only take back the false lashes that you already applied. So I'm going to start on the outside lashes. So remember, the very tips of these lashes you're going to take back here, and you're just going to gently apply pressure on the outside here and then on the inside, and that's about it. So you see all of these natural lashes in the middle here that are now exposed. 1, you're going to get a fuller look, and 2, it's going to be a lot easier to do some isolation work. So my other piece of tape, I'm going to do the same thing. So de-tack about 4 to 5 times, and I'm going to fold back the lashes on the inner corner, but again, very carefully, only fold back the tips of those false lashes. Gently apply pressure on the outside and the inside, right in that area. Now you'll take a closer look. All these lashes right there are now exposed, and we can come on in and apply. This glue, it's been about 35 to about 40 minutes now, so we're gonna go ahead and replace our glue ring. Alright guys, so I got my second glue ring ready, and we're gonna go ahead and begin lashing. Now, before you lash, what you'll notice that when you do the tape back technique, these natural lashes that are used to sitting flat, like there is on the left side, they're more now sitting more vertical. So what that means is, when you're applying these lashes, your wrist also has to twist back a little bit. Let me demonstrate what I'm talking about. I'm gonna get a 12mm lash, and I'm gonna come in as if we did not do the tape back technique. So normally my wrist and lash would be more on a flat surface just like this, right? But you notice these natural lashes sit more upright, so naturally my wrist has to stem more towards the ceiling so that it sits parallel with that lash. Okay, so I'm gonna dip our glue like you guys have been. Apply, release, either come up slow or out slow. Move on to a different section. Again, you'll see me pre-isolate here. That way I know exactly what area I'm going into. And bend that wrist backwards so it sits more vertical. Allow that glue to make contact. As soon as it does, slowly open, slowly pull out. Move on to a different section. Alright guys, so I'll probably spend the next 15 to 20 minutes doing the middle layer, as you guys can just sit back and observe, and then we'll show you guys the finished product. Alright, welcome back guys. At this point, I just finished about the middle layers completely. Now I do want to show you guys the technique on how to remove the tape without hurting the client or taking any false lashes off, okay? So all you're gonna do is just grab one edge of the tape with one pair of tweezers, and as you're pulling off, you're just gonna hold underneath this in place gently, just kind of lift off. Now it should be fairly easy because remember, prior to applying these, we de-tacked it quite a bit so that it's not very tacky. Okay, do the other side. Grab one edge of the tape with the tweezers, and you're gonna hold the tweezers down and pull, down and pull, down and pull, and it's as simple as that. Let's go ahead and comb out these lashes so they're nice, untangled, and blending perfectly. What I like to do personally, I like to put the tweezers underneath and comb on top with these lashes. It just creates a nice, smoother surface so that you're not brushing on these pads here. Sometimes they get a little bit stuck. As you see there, beautiful light set, classic there, cat eye with amazing mapping. Let's go ahead and fan out for a good 3 to 5 minutes. Alright, as we let that completely dry off at this point, when you're at the finished steps of removing these eye pads, you don't want to pull off these eye pads all at once, because remember, in between these layers of tapes there are natural lashes that are stuck. So the same way you put them on one by one is the same way we're going to take them off one by one. You're going to use your tweezers to grab the edge here and lift. We're going to apply a little bit of pressure right down here, just as I am doing. So pressure, pull, pull. Same thing with the other piece of tape. And it doesn't matter what edge you lift on, whether it's here or here. Pressure, pull, pressure, pull, pressure, pull. One more. Nice and gentle. And then take this off. Let's do a final comb through with the tweezers on the bottom. At this point, your client's eyes and the glue should be fully dried and cured. Okay, go ahead and open your eyes slowly. At this point, what I'm looking for is sometimes when we're lashing, a natural lash underneath might be exposed, so we might have accidentally glued a bottom lash to the top lash, so that we have some stickies there. So right, so as I'm taking a look closer, everything is nice and clean because we did do a fantastic job taping. So that's very crucial that when we do the taping in the eye pads, that is done correctly to avoid these little mishaps there. So let's do a comparison of a final look of one eye that's beautifully lashed as a cat eye and one eye that is unlashed.